Hey guys, Peter here to do an EP review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new, not so brand new EP from Frosttide, Decedents-Enshrined. It was a re-release, a remixed and remastered re-released on November 30th. The original was released earlier in the year. It has 5 tracks and it's 27 minutes in length. Part of this re-release, they added a second disc with the same 5 tracks but in the instrumental format. I really like that. It's a cool addition for the fans of the band. I think this is going to be really well received, and it was a nice, cool thing to do. If you're going to re-release something, I know it's remixed and remastered, but you need to offer the fans a little bit extra, a little bit more, and by adding that second disc, I think they did that. Now, this was my first time sitting down and listening to this record, and to me, it really felt extremely dynamic, very dynamic. Every single song is different. All 5 songs have different characteristics, have a different flavor to it, a different fragrance to it. They feel, they sound, they are different. And to me, that's really cool, and it was really important. You don't want on an EP, specifically because it's a very short in format, you don't want songs to sound repetitive, to sound almost continuously one from the other. You really want songs that offer something different to the listener, that give you something different, that give you different ranges in sound and lyrics and vocal delivery. You really need those differences to be there and to be noticeable in order for the listening experience to be well received, to be an enjoyable one, if you will. Now, I have 3 key components that I have to mention as far as this EP is concerned. One of them is the vocals and backing vocals. The other one is keyboards, and the third is the composition of the songs. I'll start with the vocals. I absolutely love the vocals on this EP. I love everything surrounding the vocal tracks on the EP is great. I love the voice, I love the delivery, I love the tone, but I also love what they did with backing vocals, adding female vocalists to the tracks, adding back vocalists that add layers, that add the sense of a choir in some of the songs, that add sense of a chant. It really adds volume to the singing aspect of each song. When you include backtracks like that to add layers and volume, it really makes the songs larger than life. It gives the songs a cinematic vibe. It gives the songs almost a symphonic element, if you will. I really like that. I really like how they used it in different spots throughout the 5 songs on the record. I really like how they did that. I like how they mixed it. It made the songs very dynamic, once again, very fluid, and didn't allow for the songs to sound repetitive by using the same formula on every single song. By using the same DNA, if you will, but in different spots, they made the songs sound very unique and very different from each other, even though the key spinal cord is the same. But it's not what you're using, it's how you use it that becomes important. And to me, from a vocal perspective, this record is incredible. I really enjoy what they did there. As far as the keyboards, I honestly love the keyboard melody on this record. Every song has incredible keyboard melodies. Absolutely beautiful. It adds a lot of beauty to the already existing melody that the songs have, but at the same time, it adds a sense of atmosphere, it adds a sense of darkness, a sense of despair. They really use them well from track to track. The keyboard melodies that they use on this record really enhance the lyrics, the motif of the song, if you will, and that is key. When you have heavy, harsh vocals on a record, you need some elements that counterbalance that heaviness and that harshness. The keyboard melodies on this EP did that. They really added something to each song. They helped tell the story. They created a mood, they created a setting, they created an atmosphere around the songs, and that to me was very important and something I really enjoy in my music. Last but not least, the composition of the songs was outstanding. I really like how they created, how they built the songs from a musical perspective, but also from a lyrical perspective. And that plays into the other 2 components that I mentioned, on how they tied in the different vocal styles into the songs, the keyboard melodies to give a sense of atmosphere to the tracks. All of this put together creates a very unique, a very dynamic, very incredibly record overall. It just sounds so good. Some songs sound cinematic almost. It just sounds larger than life. It's a very well put together EP. Each song gives you something different, something new, and with every song that you're listening to, you almost feel like, wow, this is an amazing song. Then the next one plays, wow, that one was good, but this one is even better. And it kind of feels that way as you go through them. Really well put together, really well done, super enjoyable. I really like it. I've discovered a new band that I'm going to be listening to for years to come, because the quality of work on this EP was phenomenal from every single aspect. Now, I want to mention 2 songs. We did Revenant on the channel, so I'm not going to talk about that song. I picked 2 different songs on the EP to talk about a little bit more in depth, and I'm going to start with Carved into Ice. This song comes across almost as a theatrical piece. It really comes across almost like a symphonic metal song. It really has a dramatic stage presence to it. It has an atmosphere to it it's really reinforced by the choir-like chanting that it's used in this track. It really gives beauty to the song, it gives melody, but it really gives the cinematic, larger-than-life feel that this song really has. I really like that. It really made the song more enjoyable because you get caught in the story that the song is telling you. When they used those choir-like back vocal tracks on the song, they really created a sense of a storytelling, a sense of that you're listening to an audio track that is part of a larger picture, that's part of a movie perhaps. They did a really good job telling the story, enhancing the lyrics, putting melodies from the keyboards, from the guitars around the song to really enhance the storytelling of the song. To me, Carved into Ice, more than anything, is about the storytelling aspect of the song. It's about the lyrics, about how they deliver those lyrics to the audience, and then the music comes as the soundtrack to those lyrics. It's really well put together, almost feeling, like I said, like a symphonic metal song. It really has all of the symphonic metal components to really create a larger-than-life song. Really enjoy it, one of my favorite on the EP. Another one that I felt that I had to mention is Final Hour. The vocals, once again, outstanding, and that is something that stays true on the tracks of this EP. The vocal work is absolutely phenomenal. I really enjoy it. Once again, the feeling of a choir, the feeling of multiple voices being used is really well done on this track, and it doesn't become repetitive because they didn't use it in the same style as, for example, that they used in Carved into Ice. They used the same idea, if you will, the same spinal cord DNA, but they use it in a different way to make the song sound different. And this one, they also used a female vocalist, and I really believe that that added a completely different component to the song. Once again, creating a little bit of a operatic, if you will, style to the song, a very cinematic style to the song, but different, because this is something that they didn't use in Carved into Ice. They used it in Final Hour and gave a different feel, a different texture to the song. Once again, the work that they've done from a vocal perspective is phenomenal. This song is a perfect example of that on such a wide range of styles that they used in one single song to really give the listener a feel and really allow the listener to really enjoy and feel what the song was all about. I really like that. You have harsh vocals, you have clean vocals, you have a female vocalist being used, you have a choir, a sense of a choir being used. You have a really wide range of vocal styles and vocal deliveries in one single track. It almost feels that it has too much stuff, too many things coming at you at once, but no, they really spaced it out well. They created a song that has a really fluid dynamic, that's really beautiful, that has a lot of beautiful guitar melodies, a lot of beautiful keyboard melodies, a song that has a lot to offer, has a lot of beauty in it, and at the same time, in some of that beauty, you can find some darkness, you can find some despair, some agony, and that's the beauty of this song and how they used the vocals throughout the song to give a counterbalance to the melody, to give a dark counterbalance to that melody. I really like Final Hour, another song that you can't just put it away after you listen to it for the first time. It becomes one of those songs that you have to go back to the well, you have to listen to it multiple times. Beautiful song. This EP is really well done, really enjoyable. A lot of quality things are on this EP. A lot of stuff that makes a listener that is listening to the band for the first time come back again and continue to listen to this band, like I said, for years to come. Anyways, these are my thoughts on the EP from Frosttide, Decedents-Enshrined. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you have to think? What do you have to say about this band? What do you have to say about the EP? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.